I do think that there are some very basic questions that you need to address in order to answer the question of what is success in my life. Okay, very basic, what do I believe this journey is all about? Why am I here? What is important to me? How important is relationships compared to work? And how important is the actual pay in my job compared to the sense of contributing to somebody else's welfare or my own personal growth? Those really are important questions. But to answer those questions, you do need to have a sense of why you're taking this journey. That means you have to go and ask questions like, is there a God? And if there is, what does he want from me? Those are legitimate and important questions. It's part of the universal human experience. And it's scary when we actually sanitize campus to the point where we don't even talk about it. So that's why I would encourage you to ask those questions. The most popular course at Stanford right now in undergrad is a course called Designing Your Life. How many of you heard of this? Very good, very good. So this course was so popular that so many people in undergrad taking it that the people who couldn't get in are being taught by their dorm mates. And what is it about? It's about actually it came out of the design school. And basically what they discovered was, exactly as Professor Andy said, people have been great. Everywhere they go, they get to Stanford campus and they realize, oh, I'm not number one. And all of a sudden, there's a sense of void. And there are mental health issues, there's suicide, there's all sorts of stuff, right? So they decided to really ask people, why don't you step back and ask yourself these questions? And one of the first exercises in this Designing Your Life, by the way, it's become a New York Times bestseller. You can go look it up. I don't get any royalty. It's actually a really good book. One of the first things they asked the students to do is to actually write down your worldview. What do you think this life is about? Do you believe there's a God? What does that have to do with designing your life? Well, it has everything to do with it because you have to ask yourself those very basic questions. And then the next set of questions they ask you is, what is your work view? What do you think? They're not asking you which job do you want. They're asking you why work? What is your philosophy about the role of work in your life? So what's important to you? Why is that important? Because between the two, you have a sense of your moral compass. You have a sense of when life blows you off course, you say, oh yeah, these things are the important things in my life. I know that relationships are more important than tasks, and people are more important than things. I know that, so I'm going to go in that direction. So sorting that out is really important.